So, you ever stop and think about how the apps on your phone actually make any money? I mean, really, how does it work? Well, it almost always comes down to one single critical moment, the paywall. Today, we're going to dive into exactly that, the strategies that turn those free downloads into actual real revenue.
Seriously, think about it for a second. The last time you downloaded a new app, was it bam, a paywall right in your face? Or did you get to poke around a bit for free? That first experience you have, that's not an accident. It's a very deliberate choice by the app's creators. Are they putting up a gate right away, or are they inviting you in to look around first? Believe it or not, that single decision can shape everything that follows.
And look, we're not just going to guess how this stuff works. For this explainer, we're going straight to the experts. We're diving into the official playbook from a company called RevenueCat. Now, if you don't know them, they're the ones who help thousands, and I mean thousands of developers manage their app subscriptions. So yeah, they know exactly how these systems are built from the inside out.
All right, first up, let's talk about the most direct strategy of all. It's called the hard paywall. You can think of this one as the bouncer at the front door of an exclusive club. It's no nonsense, straight to business.
So what is a hard paywall? Well, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's a mandatory barrier. You want to get to the good stuff, the core features, the main content, you have to subscribe first. It's a super simple value exchange, right? No pay, no play. End of story.
Okay, but when does this kind of approach actually make sense? I mean, it sounds a little aggressive, right? Well, according to the playbook, it works best when your app offers something truly unique, something super valuable. Think about apps with really high costs. Maybe they're running some powerful AI in the background. Or maybe it's an app for a specific professional audience that already gets the value and is totally ready to pay for it. But to really get how a strategy like the hard paywall is built, we've got to pop the hood and look at the engine. There are three core concepts you need to understand. These are like the Lego bricks for building any kind of paywall. First up is something called an entitlement. The best way to think about this is like a digital key card. It doesn't care how you paid, whether you bought a monthly plan or an annual one. The entitlement is the one thing that simply says, yep, this person has premium access. It's what actually unlocks the door to all the cool features. And this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Right here in the system's backend, you can see there's just one premium entitlement. And look, both the annual and the monthly products, they're both attached to it. So it doesn't matter which one you buy, you get the exact same key card.
All right, so number 2 is products. This is way more straightforward. These are the actual items that a user can buy from the App Store or the Google Play Store. Think of it like the price tag on the digital shelf. Premium annual for $69.99 or premium monthly for $9.99.
And here in the product catalog, you can see those two different products all set up and ready to be sold. But wait a second, how does the app decide which ones to actually show you? That's where the final piece of our puzzle comes in.
And that brings us to number 3, the offering. This is basically the menu. It's the final hand-picked list of products that you actually show to a user on their screen. So you might have like 10 different products set up in the backend for testing, but the offering might only show the 2 best options you want them to see.
And here it is, the final result. Those 3 things we just talked about, the entitlement, the products, and the offering, they all come together to create this, a clean, full-screen hard paywall. And notice something really important. There's no X, there's no close button. The only way forward is to subscribe.
Okay, but what if you don't want that aggressive bouncer at the door? Well, there's a totally different way to go. Let's talk about the alternative, the freemium strategy. You probably know it better as try before you buy.
I mean, just look at the difference in philosophy here. It's so clear. The hard paywall on the left, that's a locked gate, period. But the freemium model on the right, that's an open invitation. It's basically saying, hey, come on in, use the basics for free, and just let us show you why you're eventually gonna want to upgrade.
So when is freemium the right move? Well, the playbook says it's perfect for when you can give users real, actual value in the free version. The goal is to make the upgrade to the paid features feel super compelling, not forced. It's also awesome for apps that want to grow through word of mouth, right? Because free users can still share the app and tell their friends about it. And just take a look at this freemium paywall. Its job isn't to be a barrier. Its job is to sell you on an idea. It clearly lays out, here's what you get for free, and here's all the awesome stuff you unlock with the gold tier. See? It's not really a wall at all. It's more like an advertisement for a better experience inside the app.
All right, so we've covered the 2 main models. But beyond the basics, there are some really cool advanced tactics that developers use for growth. Let's look at a real pro-level move called promotional subscription extensions.
Okay, so imagine this. You see a special offer. Maybe it's a Black Friday sale or something, and it says, buy an annual subscription today and get an extra month totally free. So you do it. You pay the normal price, but then, like magic, behind the scenes, the developer just automatically tacks that extra month onto your subscription.
So how does that magic actually happen? Well, it's basically a 5-step digital dance. First, you make the purchase. That triggers an automatic message. It's called a webhook that gets sent to the developer's server. Their server sees, oh, this was a promotional offer. It then calls the RevenueCat API and says, hey, extend this person's subscription. And boom, just like that, you've got your extra month.
But here's the catch, and it's a big one. Developers have to be super careful because Apple and Google handle this completely differently. With Apple, you can only extend a subscription for up to 90 days and only twice a year. And this is key, Apple emails the customer to let them know. Google, on the other hand, is way more flexible, but they don't tell the user anything. So that means the developer is totally on the hook for managing that communication.
And this is where things get, a little bit risky. The playbook actually includes a direct warning from RevenueCat. They say it's not totally clear if Apple is even okay with developers using this feature for promotions. See, Apple originally designed it for things like making up for a service outage, so any developer using this tactic is kind of operating in a gray area and really has to think about their own risk tolerance.
So after everything we've looked at, it really boils down to one simple core question for any app creator out there. Are you building a gate, or are you sending an invitation?
The hard paywall, that's a barrier. It's all about maximizing revenue from people who are already committed, the ones who know they need what your app offers. Freemium, on the other hand, is that invitation. It's about maximizing reach, getting as many people as possible to try the product, and then converting your biggest fans over time. You see, two totally different goals, which lead to two very, very different strategies.
So from now on, the next time you download a new app and you come face to face with that screen asking for your money, you'll know. You'll know it's not just some random pop-up. You'll be looking at a deliberate, carefully calculated choice. Is it a barrier, or is it an invitation that's part of a much bigger strategy? The cool thing is, now you'll know how to spot the difference.